Good morning, students. Today we will learn about the mathematical library methods in your Java programming, or you have to know the math class. Okay, what are the methods inside your math class? Okay, and how to use it, that we discuss. Okay, so let's start. So first, that what is java.lang package? So before go to the java.lang, so first you have to know what is package. So group of logically related classes are together is known as your package. Means it's a combinations of multiple number of classes. Okay. It is also known as your what? Java libraries also. Okay. The Java package, that means the java.lang, that is also a package that stores a basic language functions. Okay. Inside the of the Java package. Okay, and the Java lang package is automatically imported by the Java compiler for all the programs. Means you do not need to add import statement for your Java lang package. Okay, so this Java lang package already imported by the what? Java compiler. Okay, when you run a program. So let's go to the next slide. So what is mathematical methods? Okay, and how to import or how to use. Okay, so Java supports the basic mathematical methods through the built-in class, that is math. Okay, math is your built-in class defined in your java.lang package. Okay, means inside your Java lang package there is a class called math. Okay, so it is easier to perform various arithmetic operations easier. Okay, so inside your math package there are various kinds of functionalities are there, through whom we can calculate and give the output. Okay, all the mathematical methods must be preceded by its class name, that is math. Okay, means if you use any kind of method, like we have to calculate the square root of a number. Okay, then you have to precede the math function or math class, means math dot your square root function. Okay, so that your you can calculate the square root of that number. Okay, so here it is the syntax, that is first you have to write the math class dot, then your function name. Inside your parenthesis you have to put the arguments, and these arguments are depend on your function name. Some of the functions are functions arguments are multiples of 1 2 or more than 2. Okay, but some of the functions are the single argument. Okay, so this is the syntax of your what? Math functions. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So what are the mathematical methods and syntax? Okay, so here are some of them. First one is your ABS, or inside parenthesis I put it here X. It means the ABS function, that is the absolute. Okay, the ABS functions takes a single argument. Okay, and it returns a absolute value of X. Okay, and the ABS functions return type is in double. Most of the math class functions are return type in double. Okay, some of them are in integer, but most of the case the functions, mathematical functions, return the double type. Okay, so absolute value returns what? It returns the absolute value whatever you put in your X value. Okay, so let's do a quick program practice here using your absolute or ABS function. Okay, let's create a new class. Let it be, my class name is my program. Okay, click on OK, then double click on your my program class, delete all the text, then create your class, that is my program. Okay, this is the starting of the class, and here it is the end of the what? Class. Okay, now create the method. Let's take the method name as void display. Okay, now we have to check the absolute method. Okay, or use use of your absolute or ABS, that is inside your math class. So let's take a variable here, int a or integer a value, okay, and that to be stored in your what. Mm, let's take the value as -5 or -15, anything you can take, okay. Another one is, let's take as res, that is to store the result, okay. Now have to call the math class math.abs. Inside your parenthesis you have to put the value stored in your what, a, okay. So I have passed the value, okay. Then now have to print the statement, okay, or print the result, system dot out dot println. So my output is, okay, concatenate with my result, that is res, okay. Let's compile the program. So class compiled successfully. Here you take the value, means a is I take the value here, a as -5, okay. Let's run and check whether the absolute value is +5 or normal 5 or not, okay. So close, right click on the program, create the instance of your program, okay. Now call the display method. So here the output is 5, there is no negative value, okay. So this is the output, okay. Also you can check here, if you see here, the abs return type is what, integer, okay. Means this method returns a integer value, okay. If you store a float type or a double type, then what will be the output? So let's check it, okay. So let's it's a double a and take a value as 5.87, okay. And here I am taking as double res, okay. Then compile the program again, run that program, call the display method. So here output is also in double, okay. That means there is no negative sign, means the absolute value of -5.87 is 5.87, okay. It means the abs method return type is double, or it is in float, or it is in int, means integer, or it is in long type, okay. Means the abs method return whatever the value type is, okay. If you pass the value as integer, then the method return an integer value. If you pass the value as a double or long, then it return type is accordingly, okay. So let's go to the next method. So what is my next method? That is my square root, okay, or sqrt. What is sqrt? And here also I can give a single parameter, okay, or take a single value. It returns a square root of x, means whatever the x is, okay. And the square root method's return type is in double, okay. Means the square root methods always return a double type, okay. It not return any integer, long, or anything else, okay. So this is all. So let's check or do a program using your square root method, okay. Let's go to my BlueJ program. This is my program, okay. Now I have to use the square root, okay. Let's take the instead of your double value, I am taking here int a is equals to, let's take as 144, okay. Then double res equals to math dot sqrt of what, my value, that is a, okay. So this method return a what, double type. So here I am store the value in res, that is the double type. Next print the statement, output is what, okay. So if the square root of 144 is 12, okay. Let's check, compile the program, okay. Now run the program, create instance first, then call the display method. So here the output is 12.0, okay. Means 12.0 is your double type, okay, and it is the square root of that number, means 144, okay. If you, instead of you can write integer, then it throws a error, okay. So see here, there is a already shown. Okay, there is shown that is incompatible type or possibly lossy conversion of double to integer. Okay, means your square root method always return type is in double. Okay, so this is all about your square root method. Next, go to my next method, that is pow. Okay, and here inside your parenthesis I am taking two arguments, x and y. Okay, so what is x and y, or how to calculate that? Means power functions returns a power of that number. Okay, it returns the value of x to the power of y. Okay, means it means it's a the x to the power y. Okay, if we write 2 to the power 4, then x is what? 2 and y is 4. Okay, in that way we can write it down. So what is my math function or pow function? So I can write pow. Okay, then insert first parameter is my x, so I am taking here 2, then separated by comma. After then I am taking the value, that is 4, means pow of 2 to the power 4. Okay, in that way we can call that method and calculate the power of that number. Okay, clear? And if you check here, so pow method also return type is in double. Okay, means pow method must return a double type. Okay, let's run a program and check whether pow function is working perfectly or not. Okay, so in my program here I am taking the value of pow is I have to use the pow value, right? So delete this above statement. Now write my code. Okay, let's take the value, that is direct. I am calculating the result here. Okay, res is equals to calculate the 2 to the power 4. Okay, so for that I have take the math class dot power function. Inside of power function, first is 2 to the power what? 4. Okay, so the result is whatever the 2 to the power 4 answer is, the result. Okay, compile the program. So here it is given the error. Why? Because the math.power functions return a double type, but I created a result value as integer. That is an error. Okay, so here your return, according to your return type, your variable must be in your that kind of type. Means here it is in double. Okay, so compile the program. So there is no syntax error. Now run the program. So here the output is 16. Okay, or 16.0. Okay, so this is the working of your what? Power function. Okay, if you write 4 to the power 2, okay, then the first value is 4, then to the power is this one. Okay, then you can output the result. Okay, here it is the 16. Okay, same. So now next go to the next one. Okay, that is the round. Okay, round, and inside your parenthesis there is single argument. Okay, means round method takes a single argument. Okay, but the pop method takes two arguments. Okay, but whereas your round method takes a single argument and it returns the value of rounded to its nearest integer. Okay, and its return type is in your integer. You can store the result in your integer type. Okay, so what it means if you put a decimal number like 4.5 or 6.5 like that. Okay, then it's rounded to a nearest integer, whatever the nearest integer is. If the nearest integer is 7, then it returns the 7. Okay, 6.5 to returns the 7, or if you write 4.2, then the nearest integer is 4, like that. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the round method. Okay, so let's check the round method. So here I am using math.round of, let's take the value as 4.5. Okay, and the return type is in double. Okay, let's compile the program. See, there is no error. Okay, so let's run the program. Here the round value is 5.0. Okay, clear. I am taking here what? The value is 4.5, but nearest integer is what? That is 5. So the return value is my 5.0. Okay. If you take integer int, then it is also possible. Sorry, it's showing the error because the double type cannot be converted to your integer. Okay. That is a possibly of loss of conversation. Okay, so it must be written a rounded value. Okay, if you take your 4 in math.round, then check here what is the output. So new program. So here output is also 4. Okay, if you write 4.3. Okay, and this is my long to integer. So if we take as long type, then it also work. Okay, compile, run that program. So here output is 4. Okay, if you see here the decimal value is zero point 0.5 or greater than 5, then the round value is what? The next integer value. Means if you write 4.5, then the value will be 5. If you write 4.2, then the value will be 4. Okay, or if you write 4.8, then the value will be 4. 4.8 means the value will be 5. Okay, so in that way we can calculate the round method. Okay, so the round method's return type also is in your double type or also in is your long type or integer type. Okay, it varies according to your whatever you take your argument. Okay, what kind of argument is according to that the type is depend. Okay, return type is depend. But whereas in almost all the math methods, all the methods are return type is all are in double type. Okay, so let's go to the next method, that is your rint, rint. Okay, what is it does? It returns the double value that is closest to x and equal to the mathematical integer. Okay, whatever the closest to x, and it's returned to the what? Mathematical integer, and also its return type is in your double type. Okay, it means inside your int you have to take a single argument. Okay, that is the int of x. Okay, like this, rint, sorry, of x. Okay, so let's check the int method here. Okay, go to my BlueJ. My program, and now I have to check with your rint method. Okay, inside your int method I am taking the same value, that is 4.3. Okay, and here also there is a double type, means the return type is in double. Okay, so have to take the value as your double. Okay, now compile the program and run the program. Okay, see here output is 4.0. Okay, whatever the nearest integer value is. Okay, so here if you write instead of 4.3, let's take 4.7 and check what will be the output. Now click on the my program. So here the nearest integer is 5.0. Why? If you check the decimal value, that is 4.7, and nearest integer is what? That is 5. So the output is 5.0. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the rint method. Okay, almost these two methods, means the round method and your rint method, are almost similar. Okay, just only the difference is one methods return the integer type or in your double type or in your long type. Otherwise the rent method always return the type is in your what, double. Okay, so this is all about your rent method. Okay, now go to my next slide and check some more math functions. Okay, so here is the next math function, that is your floor. Okay, floor, inside your parenthesis you have to take a single argument, that is your x. Okay, what it does, it returns the value of x rounded down to its nearest integer. Okay, and its return type is also in your what, double type. Okay, floor means it's rounded down to the nearest integer. Okay, means if we take a value, like I am taking a floor of I am take 4.3. Okay, so what is the answer or what will be the output? So the nearest down value, what is the nearest down value, that is 4. So the output will be 4. Okay, if you take argument as, let's take in your, instead of 4.3 I am taking 4.8. Okay, so what is the rounded down? Okay, so the rounded down is 4, not 5. So the output will be what, 5. Okay, so this is the working of floor function. Okay, let's check the function or do a program here. So here it is my program, and instead of rent I am taking the floor. Okay, so this is the floor method and here the value. Okay, let's compile the program and run the method. See here the output is 4.0. Okay, what will be the whatever it is the minimum value. Okay, it always show the minimum value of your integer. Okay, if you take 3.8 then the minimum value is what, 3. So the floor return the integer of 3. Okay, in that way we can check the ceil x. Okay, what is the ceil x or ceil method? It returns the value of x rounded up to its nearest integer. Means it working is as your floor method, just the difference is it rounded down. Means floor method rounded down, but the ceil method is rounded up. Okay, it means if you take 5.2 then it rounded up, the output is 6. Okay, if you take let's take 6.8 then it rounded up to what, 7. The output will be 7. Okay, so this is the working of ceil method. Okay, or ceil method. Okay, let's run the program and check. Here my program, I am taking, instead of your floor method I am taking ceil method here. So compile the program, then create an instance and call the display method. So here output is 5.0 because I am taking the argument as 4.7. Okay, if you take 4.2 and check it, it also give the output as what, 5.0. So here it also give the output is 5.0. Okay, the same, means the it rounded up the value. Okay, but whereas your floor method it rounded down the value. Okay, clear? So this is all about your what, ceil method. Now go to my next method, that is max of xy. Okay, max of x and y means it takes two arguments, means max method takes two arguments. Okay, it returns the number with the highest value, whatever in x or y, which one is highest, that value will be written. Okay, and the max method return type depend on your argument. Okay, So it returns type maybe in double, maybe in float, maybe in long, or maybe in integer. Okay, it depend on your what kind of argument is. Okay, in that way you can calculate the max method. Okay, so let's run the program again using your max method. So here I'm writing down, I am taking two values here. One is x equals to, let's take the value is 5, then int another value y is equals to, let's take as 10. Okay, so now I have to calculate the max value. Okay, so max is equals to, call the max method, so math.max of x and y. Okay, so what it returns, the maximum value. The maximum value is 10, so it return 10, means in your max it is the value is 10. Okay, so instead of res I am writing down the max. Okay, here I am writing the, now compile the program and now run the program. So here max value is 10. Okay, always it returns what, the maximum one or maximum value. Okay, in between the two. Okay, so in that way you can calculate minimum of xy also. Okay, whatever is the lowest value, that lowest value will be written, and its return type is also depend on your what kind of argument is. Okay, so let's check with same program. Okay, here I am taking another name, that is mean is equals to math dot mean of x and y. So here I am giving a next printing statement, that is system dot out dot println. Here the minimum value is the mean. Okay, now compile the program and now I run the program. So here the max value is 10 and the mean value is 5. Okay, so in that way you can calculate the maximum and minimum of your value. Okay, now go to my next method, that is the cbrt of x. What it means? Cbrt means cube root. Okay, means it returns the cube root of x. Okay, so and the cbrt return type is contain the double type. Okay, means it returns the return type is in double. Okay, clear? That is the cbrt method does. Okay, if you calculate any cube root of your number, then you have to what, put the same method cbrt, and in your x, in the place of x you have to take the value. Okay, or pass the variable. Let's go, I have to use what, cbrt return the double type is result. So here I am taking math dot cbrt. Let's take the value and it's take x, and here I am comment line this y value, and here I am taking 125. Okay, and now I am printing the res. Okay, so cube root of, okay, each. Okay, now compile the program. Now I run the program, call the display method. So here the cube root of 125 is 5.0. Okay, so in this way you can calculate cube root of a number. Okay, so cube root's return type is in your what, double type. Okay, so that's it. Now go to my next slide. So there is another method that is called as your random method. Okay, and in your random method there is no argument. Okay, so it returns a random number in between 0 to 1. Okay, means the return type is in your what, double. Okay, means some kind of decimal value, and it returns any kind of random value. Okay, that values lies between what, 0 and 1. It means it says 0 is less than, that is your value, after then it is your 1. Okay, means if you call the random value, then the value must contain in between your 0 to 1, and the values type is in your what, double. Okay, let's check or call the random method and check what is the output. Okay, so here instead of cbrt I am taking a random method here. Okay, and instead of this I am writing random value is. Okay, and I'm comment line the x value. Okay, now compile the program. So class is compiled successfully. Now run the program. So here 0.81 or whatever the value is. Okay, so means the random value is 0.81. Okay, if you run the program again, so he checks here, it's 0.37. Okay, the before that the value is 0.81, but after then it is 0.37. All the values are lies between what, 0 to 1. Okay, let's run again. Let's see here 0.94. If you run one more time, check, it's 0.04. Okay, so this is a random value. Okay, it returns any kind of random value that lies between your what, 0 to 1. Okay, and its return type is in double type. Okay, so this is all about your all your mathematical methods. Okay, so you have to use your math class to use that methods, okay, to calculate your result. Hope you understand all the methods of your math class. Okay, so if you have doubt, then you can ask me. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. Thank you, have a nice day.